You had better walk in confusion of your own making rather than walking in confusion of other people's making. Because yours is written in your own language. You understand it. So you can unweave it. Even if you get lost in it, eventually you will find the key because you're the one who constructed it. Eventually there will become a sense of urgency because you'll get tired. You'll get tired of your own self. And you'll be able to unweave that basket of confusion that you are weaving. But other people, you don't even know. You don't even know whether they'll ever develop a sense of urgency. You don't even understand their language. You don't even know how this sense of confusion started. You just decided to throw away your power and say, okay, lead me. It comes a point in life where a person has to go out there in the wilderness and discover things for themselves. You stop listening to what people say work. You stop listening to you stop looking out there for things and start finding out the answers for yourself. You become what? You stop walking with the rest of the herd, and you finally start leading yourself. Look, confusion, everybody has to go through that state of confusion. That's where you're trying to find yourself. You're trying to find yourself. You're trying to answer life's difficult questions, your own difficult personal questions, But then if you get too afraid of those questions, but then if you're around controlling people who don't allow you to explore, and now they pull you in and tell you, no, this is the right thing. This is the right thing to do. According to you, according to you, for you and your life, how it's structured, how it's set up, it is right. But for me, I don't know. And that's why you find so many people who are so unfulfilled because they followed that scheme. They've been given a scheme that was passed down through generation and generation and generation, and they're so unhappy because nobody dared to be different. Everybody's just following. The grandfather said we do this. Now my father said we do this, and now they said we do this, and now I'm doing it. Why are you doing it? I don't know. I was just told. And that's the reason. I don't know. I was told. You've not proven it for yourself. That theory does not work for you because in Kiswahili we say kila mtu alizaliwa peke yake and ataenda peke yake. Everybody came on earth alone. Meaning everybody has their own particular template about themselves, about life. And so you're here to discover what my template is. People who know, they also know that they don't know. People who know they know also know that they do not know. And so a quality mentor will tell you that this is how I did my thing. But for you go out there and discover, I can't control this aspect about your life. Even me, I had to find it out for myself. They don't program you. They don't want a minion. A true mentor will not want a minion. No, they'll want a person who can think independently. And that is the powerful aspect. Thinking independently. People want projects. They are so unhappy with their lives, and so they'll use you as a project, and they will control you. And whenever you deviate from that path they have told you is best, they get so annoyed and mad because you're showing them how out of control they already are inside, and now it's happening outside because you're choosing differently. You must never be afraid to choose differently, man. You must never be afraid, first of all, of making choices. You must never be afraid of making mistakes. I'm so comfortable with making mistakes right now. I never used to be comfortable with making mistakes. I never used to be, man. Yeah, I never used to be comfortable with making mistakes. I was such a perfectionist back then. And so I became paralyzed because I never used to do anything because I was so afraid of making mistakes. But then when I started, doing small things, that's how you start. You just start with small things, small decisions, and mount. That sense of, okay, it's as if my mind can think. Okay, you start developing confidence. Confidence does not, it's it's also part of action. That's how confidence comes about. You start acting, doing things out of the ordinary, out of your own ordinary. Be curious about yourself, friends. Be curious about yourself. Be curious about yourself, about how you walk in daily life. And you'll find out what kind of scheme you're following. There's a certain scheme, it's usually obvious. Alright, friends? What was I talking about? I was saying what? Walking in confusion, yes. Go there and make your decisions, make your mistakes, and learn from them, and become a better and wiser person. Alright? I'll see you again next time, friends. Bye, sis.